in jeopardy today, and they had better get their acts together. As I said before, if some knew the seriousness, they would flee the ministry in terror. I'll read to you a chapter every minister should read and take seriously before Yahweh. Jeremiah chapter 23. There might be some there that think that this is not a chapter concerning this day. That it means nothing to us now. He was only speaking of the Israelites of old. Well, I read to you a verse that shows us clearly that it is for this day. Verse 20. Reading now from chapter 23, and it's a chapter that speaks to the priests, to the ministers of this day. And verse 20 shows us, and it is exactly what I am saying. The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it perfectly. And how many ministers are telling us that this is the latter days? Now that I've clearly identified it as being in this day, I read to you the whole entire chapter. Bear with me. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastures, saith Yahweh. Therefore thus saith Yahweh of Israel, the God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away. I could add here from the truth. And have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord. I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them. He's going to clear out the lie of deceivers and raise up shepherds that will give the truth to the people. Every lie and deceiver shall be wiped off the face of the planet, and true ministers given to his people. They shall fear no more, nor be dismayed. They won't be confused, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I'll raise unto David a righteous branch, and the king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth, both matters of which come from the law. And without the law it cannot be done. We know the law shall go forth from Zion. In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called the Lord our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel, speaking to us out of the north country and from all countries whither I have driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. Oh, how I'd like to get into what the gathering unto Christ is all about, and how false the teaching is on the rapture. People, out of the mouth of two witnesses or more is everything to be confirmed. The Old Testament and the New Testament are two witnesses to God's truth. And if you do not have your doctrine founded in the Old Testament, if you do not have your New Testament doctrine founded in the Old Testament, you are in error. Every doctrine should be confirmed by both witnesses, the Old and the New Testament. Finally, the rapture, this catching up, this gathering unto Christ in the Old Testament. I can show it to you. Can you show it to me? What is this gathering unto Christ all about? What's it for? It isn't to be caught up into heaven and escape the